Commencing transmission. Engaging disclaimers. Frosty chain initialized. WFTA TV is now on the air.
Good morning. This is WFTA Television, commencing broadcast activities for today. WFTA broadcasts on YouTube. WFTA is owned by Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Our programming is brought to you live via the interwebs on videotape and film. We invite you to join us for another day of broadcasting on WFTA, your YouTube toy channel.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to not Up All Night, but Late Night. How is everyone tonight, and how has your weekend been so far? Hopefully it's been pretty good. I've had a pretty good one myself. So far, having a pretty good time. Hope everyone is just enjoying themselves. Jones and I have had a pretty good afternoon together. Before I got with him, I was over at Master Mike's, and he and Jeff had a pretty good conversation today, and it was fun listening to those guys opening their toys and talking about things that they were doing over there. So you guys keep doing it. You're doing great. And I was talking to Joneser, and it seems that he decided to go ahead and open up something that he's been hanging on to for a while. So let me bring him in. And let's talk about that a little bit with him.
What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this!
Whoa. He-Man, Joneser with his cool glasses on. Okay. What's going on, my man?
What's up, my friend? Just chilling, relaxing, and fantastic. Being weird and fantastic and ready to have a toy adventure here.
Yeah, sounds good. I was telling everybody that you opened up something that you've been hanging on to for a while. Let's talk about that, man.
I did. I got that Mezco prune face a while back, and I ordered those Mezco Dick Tracy's. They're kind of expensive. I think it's Dick Tracy flat top to start, and that didn't ship. And instead we got the third figure first. We got this cool prune face. And I opened them up and messed around with them a little bit. We'll see if we get them here on.
Man. Always got a hat, too. I mean, I saw some of this as you were doing it. Hey, what's up, Alex?
Yeah, he got a little cigarette and his hat and glasses, little gas grenade, got his scarf, little trench coat. He is fun.
That is great. I like the little cigarette.
Yeah, I'll probably be distracted with that thing most of the night, and maybe I'll show some different poses. But there you have the gas man and whatnot. But yeah, I was excited to get them and open them, but then I didn't want to open them because I wanted to do Dick Tracy first. But I read the comic and I just got inspired, so I opened them up, checked them out.
I got you up there where they could see you a little better there, Jones, or so you can show him off a little bit.
Here, we'll put him up here again.
Comes with a little stand. He's got is that a soft goods jacket that he's got on, or is that
Yes.
vinyl? Soft, okay.
No, that's soft. It's soft goods. They got the little scarf there with him, and he's got the little brown suit and tie, and this stuff all it's changeable and comes off, and you can
Now you were
mess with him in a
show
load of different ways.
some of the other little accessories that came with the figure besides just
Oh, he came with a ton of stuff. He came with gas grenades, gas masks. I think the coolest thing is this little typewriter.
Yeah.
This little and what's neat because Pruneface's origins, in case a lot of you didn't know, he was the Nazi saboteur. This was 1943, I believe. But this little panel on the back, it opens up for all this little spy stuff. So Pruneface could report to his German masters to, get an attack on the homeland in the 40s. So pretty cool.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. The Mezco, everything that they do is very, very detailed. I mean, not only does the typewriter have the secret radio in the back of it, but he also has the wire and the little earpiece that goes in his ear so that he can plug into that little typewriter. He's got a figure stand. He's got like a machine gun with a removable clip.
Yeah.
A gas mask.
The clip comes out and put it back in. So yeah, he's got three different guns and
fire accessories, so it looks like that the machine gun's firing.
Bunch of different heads for different expressions. You can. This thing's got a load of options. So you really get a lot of bang for your buck. He was an $85 figure, so he was not cheap. But I'd have to say, I feel like you get your money's worth. You even get this little cool little stand him up. They don't mess around.
Stand, by the way, folks, so that you can pose him so that he's not just standing statically, like you would on.
Right, he could be running or chucking a grenade or screaming, and this thing just begs for toy photography. And if you all follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you're going to see some things soon on there of this guy.
That's nice. I really do like that. That is pretty. My opinion.
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
And I'm glad you got that. And of course, that's not the only figure that's on its way. We've been waiting a while for Flat Top and Dick Tracy. And hopefully they'll release more of these figures. And you know how Mezco is. You might wait a year or two before you even get pre-ordered.
Right. And I have to say, if Pruneface is this much fun, I can't wait to get my hands on Dick Tracy and Flat Top because
and that's
going to be awesome.
That's the figures that you wanted.
Right.
I remember when you ordered these. It seems like it's been a year.
It has. In fact, I think it was well before Christmas, and these had been out for pre-order way before that. But we were talking. I think we did a show. I don't remember if it was me and Adam or me and you, but we did if there was what would you buy off Big Bad Toy Store if money wasn't
last June. That was last June. Yeah. That was when I had gone up to West Virginia for my daughter's wedding. Right about the time we went to the lunatic asylum, if I remember.
Right, that's right. So yeah, it's been almost a year since I'd ordered this thing.
Yeah, I've been digging into my catalog of goodies over here, and I've got some stuff that's going to be kind of fun tonight to look at as we go through the things that we're going to do. I've kind of settled upon some kind of a format for the late night. Well, I'm going to leave Up All Night to be kind of what it is. It's kind of a free form. But Mike Fee's been a member for 7 months. Wow. Time do fly, my friend. Time do fly. Yeah. that's a long time in internet time. So yeah, thank you, Mike, for your continued support, my. Yeah. So I collect, I harvest memes during the week. Sometimes I find them myself and pitch them out there, and sometimes I take them from the people who show them to me. I do that, and I also try to have some sort of a presentation whether it be a video for us to lampoon, or maybe get some information out of, or perhaps some recipes. I know that everybody loves it when I do recipes because they're always good. Joneser does have a ham loaf superb that he recipe for that.
Yes, we definitely can do that. I think I dragged it out enough last time when I did the tuna sandwich thing.
You like the tuna sandwich? I'm sure the ham loaf superb will be the same.
You got to understand, they didn't make commercials that said like Joneser likes it, because Joneser liked everything. It wasn't Mikey likes it.
That's true.
It's not gelatin.
Here's the question there, Joneser. You're a little bit more savvy about how things should set up than I am, because I'm, of course, very unprofessional. As you can see by the slipshod productions I have here on this show. Should we go in and do a set of music and fun, or should we go right on into the first presentation of it?
I think we should let the comment section decide. That's
idea.
who we're here for. We're here for the audience, so the audience gets to decide. Would you rather have some music and fun right away, or would you like Bill to get into the presentation?
First segment.
Joneser doesn't care either way. Let's see what the people say.
All right, first segment. Music fun. Or
We got one in already. Figuratively speaking says the music and fun. Mike Fee says the presentation. We are now split.
Well, we're going to do a actual poll so you guys can go and vote in that poll.
Nothing better than democracy, Bill. The people will speak. People will decide.
That's the way it always works.
And if we don't like what the people say, we will rig the answer to get what we were going to do anyway, right?
That's correct. Because you can always stick your finger on the scale.
Democracy at work, people. Democracy at work.
Did I ever tell you the story of Soapy Smith? Have you ever heard the story of Soapy Smith?
What? No.
Okay. There was this guy he was basically a con man. They call him Soapy Smith. Now, he got his name Soapy because he used to run this con game in San Francisco where he would bring out a barrel full of soap, and he would have the wax paper there, and he would say, "Okay, I'm wrapping this soap up. One of these bars of soap will have a $50 bill wrapped up in it." And he would do it. He would right there in front of you. He would wrap that $50 bill up in the soap until he had a whole barrel of soap. Now, the soap cost a penny a piece, but you had a chance of getting a $50 bill in there, and he always sold out of his soap, and nobody ever won a $50 bill. But when he got to this place called Skagway, Alaska, during the big gold rush up there, well, when he got up there to Skagway, Alaska during the big gold rush up there, he had this assay house where you would bring your gold dust in, and he would weigh the gold dust, on the scales, and he would give you, what it was worth in cash. Well, as he was putting the gold dust onto the little scale plates, a little bit would always fall there onto the table, and he had this carpet underneath the table, and he would brush all that gold dust off into the carpet. Well, after a few weeks, he would take the carpet out and burn it, and he would take all that gold dust, and now he had some gold dust too. See how that worked? But yeah,
I get the grip.
Yeah, we can always get a little bit off the scale. Don't be a Republican or a Democrat. Okay, I hear you there, figuratively speaking. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, look now. The poll wanted there. The poll is showing that they want the memes of the week first, and then music and fun.
Well, we were going to do that anyway.
Sounds like the plan is in effect there, guys. The poll is now ended. 56% have voted. to have our first presentation first. So here we go.
Oh, it got closer. This is live, Blue South Squad. This is live.
Yeah,
say a number. I'll say it live.
Just as live as it can be, my friend. Absolutely. All right, so here's our first meme.
1 and 2.
Here's our first meme there, Joneser. When you finally get enough money to open your fucking restaurant.
That I love the name. I'll tell you what, do you know what they should name the other restaurant? It's the one that my wife always wants to go to. We'd be driving around, we want to eat. I said, where do you want to go? And she goes, it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, that's where we're going to fucking go then.
We're going to go to it doesn't matter.
Filling station. Go to Texaco station. What do you want, baby? You want fried chicken, or do you want hamburger, or do you want a corn dog?
Here, I'll tell you what, this is every married man in the world. What do you want? It doesn't matter. Well, okay, how about Burger King? No, I had that for lunch. Oh, okay, how about pizza? No, I'm not feeling pizza. Okay, how about Chinese? No, not Chinese. Well, what do you want? It doesn't matter. Beef
or chicken? Okay, and over here we have the ancient ruins of the Apocalypse, Ichten Shisa down in Mexico, and here's the other ancient ruin, the dollar store.
Nice. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
It's now the $5 store.
Let's go to my fucking restaurant. All right, Jeff, we'll go right on in there. And the next one here, Tesla announces the new Cyber Bus. I'm in on that one.
OTD.
Happy May the 4th, everyone. I'm well aware of what day it is, and I'm not getting into the debate on whether it's this day or that other day. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Always.
$1.25 tree, says Mike Fee. Absolutely, my friend.
Hey, it used to be the 99-cent store. Then it went to the dollar store. Now
before
it's like
that, it was the 5 and dime. Now, wait a minute. Before that, it
store.
was the 5 and dime. Do you remember the 5 and dime?
The 5 and dime might have been a little before my time, sir.
Do you like blondes or brunettes? Look at what I'm doing there. I like them both.
Both. Yeah, the answer is both.
I like them eyes. He's looking at both them titties.
Yep. My eyes are here, there, guy. Oh, I got to give him his talent. He's very talented. He was able to keep his eye on both balls.
I see that. Stuck in the middle. Absolutely, man. Stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle with me. Don't mind me. I'm just harvesting memes. Now, you feel free to get this one right here and use it any time that you're in the comment section, and it is filled with wonderful memes that you're sitting there collecting on your phone or your computer as people start posting them. That's what I do. I get the gleaner out there, and I just start gleaning those memes into the combine.
Well, the internet is a magical place with such adventures. That
it certainly is. Because, that's me right there riding out into the meme fields this morning to harvest fresh new memes for all of you.
Memes.
And of course, this looks legit to me. I mean, I would go and get in this van, wouldn't you?
Free Star Wars toys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to risk it.
It looks legit. I mean, I'm serious. If that came riding down the neighborhood, we would be flying out of the house.
I mean, seriously, this guy's got such a generous heart that he's going to, it looks like he doesn't have a lot of money, Bill.
Right.
And he's going to collect Star Wars toys for kids and drive around and help them. I mean, this guy's got to be pure gold.
Absolutely. And moving on to the next one here. In 2024, appliances break within 2 years, but in the 1980s, refrigerator will outlive you and everyone you love. I am eternal. I am time itself. You remember these green refrigerators? I remember them. I might even still have one out there in the shed that if I plugged in would still cool the food.
I got to tell you, Bill, my wife's grandmother has a microwave that she's had and it's older than one of her kids. Like she's had the thing since like the late 70s. It still works. She probably has this refrigerator too. Yeah, they built stuff to last back then.
Absolutely.
Freaking appliances will outlive you.
We got Mike B said he would jump head first into that free Star Wars van. Jeff said, nope, I'm out. OBS is here. Hey, OBS, good to see you, girl. And it said, I still have one down in the basement with food in it. Thank you. I believe that. You're not.
Right.
They're not that late, OBS. We just got started. And No Way Farms, haven't seen you in a while, No Way. Says, good evening to all. I hope the piggies are doing good. Tell us about what's happening on the farm there, man. And how's the little guy? I want to know how he's doing. I haven't heard from either of you in a while. So let's move on to the next one here. We're about halfway into this. High-end fashion company Jordan Ayuka releases pea-stained jeans for $800 and they instantly sell out. Yep, that exists. Why? Please tell me what the fuck is going on here.
Well, Bill, I don't know if you're aware of this, Bill, but you're not cool if you don't pee your pants. So this is a way for you to be cool, have not peed your pants, but look like you peed your pants so you can be cool, right? Because all the cool kids pee their pants.
Do they?
I don't know. I saw it in some weird Adam Sandler movie like a million years ago. I thought it was fun.
Mike Fee says that's some expensive piss.
How much was these things? $800? And why don't you just buy some? Here, I got an idea. Why don't we buy some $40 G's and pit send them yourself and save freaking $760?
How about none of that? Just buy the damn jeans and not piss in them. Be happy. Piggies are doing well, and my little farmhand is good. Great, good. I am glad to hear that. That heightens my heart. All right, here we go. Do you know what this cabinet is for in the kitchen? And do they even still do kitchens like this anymore? I've got it circled up there above the refrigerator. If you still have this in your house, you better know what it's for.
I know exactly what's in there.
Tell us.
Good stuff. The good stuff is in there. It's all the stuff you don't want the kids getting into. It's the booze.
It's the booze. Exactly. That's where Dad keeps his booze stash. Now, when I harvested this meme, the comment section was pure fucking gold. This one guy said, that's where I hid my weed, behind Dad's booze. Dad knew it was there, but I didn't talk about his booze and he didn't talk about my weed.
Oh, that is great. I can actually kind of get into a story that's almost just like that. When I was a wee little Joneser and I was doing things wee little Jonesers shouldn't do, I was smoking cigarettes. It's cigarettes, smoking the wacky cigarettes too.
The wacky tobacco, left-handed cigarettes.
Right. The green cigarettes. Well, anyways, my grandmother had lung cancer, emphysema, all of it. And she wasn't supposed to smoke cigarettes no more. And so she's hiding from my mom. She goes around back of the house and she's lighting up a cigarette and grandma's back there smoking. Well, now here little 16, 17-year-old delinquent freaking grandson Joneser comes around the corner and he's got his thing. He looks up and there's a tear in his eyes. He sees grandma who's not supposed to be smoking and sees little Joneser who's not supposed to be smoking. We both look at each other and I go, and she says, don't tell your mom I was out here. I was like, don't tell my mom I was out here. All good.
OBS says that that's the shelf. She has a shelf there, and that's all the stupid stuff that she doesn't use is in there.
Right.
And behind all that stupid stuff is Dad's booze stash. All right, moving right along. We've had enough fun with this one. Of course, it is May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you until Cinco de Mayo, and then you will feel the revenge of the 6th.
Revenge of the 6th.
Based, Grandma. Absolutely, OBS.
Right.
Revenge of the 6th. As Bert reads aloud from the Book of the Dead, Ernie stares in disbelief at the horror that is unfolding before his eyes.
Must have summoned some kind of demon or something. Maybe he said Beetlejuice 3 times.
I don't know, but that book looks like it's made out of some skin or something.
Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Bill, I actually have the Necronomicon.
Do you now? Written by the Mad
I-
Arab, by the way.
I do. I do. See, when you buy,
if you read that you'll go insane, right?
really, I haven't read it yet. Actually, I read it yesterday. Are you sure about that? No.
I think
when you
you
buy,
read it before I met you because you're insane in the membrane any damn way. Isn't that
well, who just
Biden
has the
playbook?
Necronomicon
All right,
around, you know?
all right, here we go. Isn't that the Joe Biden playbook there? I don't know. The Hannibal's handbook maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Necronomicon is about right. Okay. Ernie.
Well, when you buy storage lockers and they have weird things in there.
Look at Ernie there. I think Ernie is traumatized for life.
Right. Reading the book of Satan or whatever.
All right. If you think you're smarter than the previous generation, 50 years ago, the owner's manual of a car showed you how to adjust the valves. Today, it warns you not to drink the contents of the battery.
Right. Yeah, you can't fix these things no more anyway. They got to talk to a computer. Pretty soon it'll be an AI. It'll be like, park your car over here, Bill. And then the car will park itself. And then the car will say, there is something wrong with me. And then the AI will say, okay, hook up to here. And you won't even be necessary anymore.
Yeah, well, I hate to bring this up. Sometimes I put on little tinfoils occasionally, but we could be in pods right now, and none of this could
What? Am I in the Matrix?
possibly.
That's crazy. I hated
Glitches
that
every
movie.
once in a while. Courtesy of Gojitron, do you think you said that you were cutting back on buying those Marvel Legends? The lie detector has determined that lie.
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
Fly to Narada Nick Toe. When she's giving you roadhead and you see a pothole coming.
Yeah. Take that, you witch. Oh, yeah. That was the best one yet, Bill.
Oh, God. Good stuff.
I think we're killing them. Slaying them. We're knocking them dead. Come here, you.
It tickles.
Oh, boy.
It tickles.
These are getting worse.
This was courtesy of Manic Plastic Toy Shop, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. To boldly go where a lot of other little men just went.
Oh, yes.
And the horse, too.
Yep. A lot going on, and that's a lot to unpack there, friends. I don't know. His shop is open.
Colorful Travels. That's exactly what I thought of at first.
Yeah.
How ironic this poor lady surrounded by thousands of tiny little men that can't satisfy her. Like, I'm trying. It's not working. Get 4 of you.
Now, it reminded me of the story of this old lady named Hazel that lived in his town. And of course, the rumors were that back in the day that she had a brothel. That I don't know if that's not. But the story goes there was a fellow.
Say allegedly so you don't get sued or something.
Allegedly. Are they going cave crawling? I don't know. It smells like fish. Don't eat it. Yeah, don't. But anyway, so she's out on the porch with this dress on, and she's got her feet propped up on the ledge of the porch, or with her legs apart, I guess. And this old guy's mowing the yard, and every time he goes by there, he kind of takes a look, and he finally says, "You like what you see?" And he said, "No, that's just the first one I think I could get back up inside of." Big. You hear a cry from help from within. Find my keys and we'll drive out of here.
Echo, echo, echo.
Are we still echoing? Echo.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the hole,
the
cave
little
of
man
wonders.
Stuck in
the deep, dark cave of wonders there that has the...
You know, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. This thing has trapped many men before, and it will trap many more men.
Oh, wars have been started over this. The Trojan War was started over that hairy little hole.
Right.
All right. So that brings us to the end of our first segment, memes of the week. That's been our memes that have struck my fancy this week, and I thought I would share those with y'all. Surely it can only get better from here on out. I would hope.
Well, you know, we maintain and try to have a high degree of class on this show, you know, and we're not just going for laughs, just for the cheap thrills and things like that. We would not, you know, put pornography on the air either.
Don't go to the sarlacc in the back. Yeah, well, you know, when it's got teeth in there, you don't need to put anything.
Right.
Hope. All right, I've got some old favorites here, and I've got some stuff kind of interspersed in there. It'll be a surprise as we go into our first little round of music and fun, folks. Ready, Joneser?
I was born ready.
I hear you, brother. All right, we'll be right back. We're gonna get some music and fun going.
Grasslands are endless and summer sings on, and Gold Moon the princess loves a poor man's son. Her father the chieftain makes long roads between them. The grasslands are endless and summer sings on. The grasslands are waving, the sky's rim is gray. The chieftain sends river wind east and away to search for strong magic at the lip of the morning. The grasslands are waving, the sky's rim is gray. Oh, river wind, where have you gone? Oh, river wind, autumn comes on. I sit by the river and look to the sunrise, but the sunrise is over the mountains alone. The grasslands are fading, the summer wind dies. He comes back, the darkness of stone in his eyes. He carries a blue staff as bright as a glacier. The grasslands are fading, the summer wind dies. The grasslands are fragile, as yellow as flame. The chieftain makes mockery of river wind's claim. He orders the people to stone the young warrior. The grasslands are fragile, as yellow as flame. Oh, river wind, where have you gone? Oh, river wind, autumn comes on. I sit by the river and look to the sunrise, but the sunrise is over the mountains alone. The girl joins her lover, the stones whistle near. The staff flares in blue light and both of them vanish. The grasslands are faded and autumn is here. Oh, river wind, where have you gone? Oh, river wind, autumn comes on. I sit by the river and look to the sunrise, but the sunrise is over the mountains alone. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow. Oh, when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when he come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead instead, I will maybe you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my grave Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine. Italian to make me a cambric shirt. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Without no seams nor needlework, then he'll be a true love of mine. Tell him to find me an acre of land. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Between salt water and the sea strands, then he'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine.
So we're back now. What you got there, Jones? Are on the screen there? I'm in dang.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. I'm in danger. I'll see you when you're sleeping. Okay, so what we have here, we have some images that have been created by AI. And what we have here is a dog raccoon hybrid. That almost
It's
looks real.
It's a dog.
Oh.
It's a dog.
Um,
Coon dog.
I don't think these are in any particular order. It's just weird AI generation pictures. Why someone would ask for it? They may not have asked for it. I mean, I've dealt with AI just a slight little bit here, and I know that it has its problems. But some of these
I'm
are.
feeling some.
Go ahead.
I'm feeling some skunk and zebra vibes from this thing.
There's a lot going on here. But it's kind of disturbingly real looking, like something happened between animals have. Speaking of something that shouldn't be, what if Snoop Dogg were a blonde white man from Sweden?
What in the whoa? He looks like Willie Nelson.
What up, dog? Snoop into his house.
All right.
All he needs now is a little weed there. I mean, Willie Nelson, Snoop Dogg, weed, it all goes together.
I suppose it do. Yeah, they have a lot more in common than I thought about.
How about if SpongeBob were actually reality instead of a cartoon show?
Whoa.
We got SpongeBob, we got Patrick, we got Squidward. I think that's the little puffer fish that you teach him how to drive, or at least try to.
Right. You don't have my favorite character though. I don't see Mr. Krabs. Don't make me more money.
The eternal capitalist was. How about if we took,
I like that he was a pirate.
now? How about if we took Dora the Explorer, combined her with Conan the Destroyer? What would that be, John?
Conan
Dora
the Explorer. Oh. I like Conan the Explorer better, but okay.
That's disturbing.
He's got big old buff arms and skinny little legs, and got a skip leg day there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so
that happens quite frequently with bodybuilders, if you ever notice.
Yeah, well, it's an upper body business, Bill. It's an upper body business. That's how it is.
What if frogs had fur?
Messed up. It's like instead of dating Miss Piggy, he went for Fozzie.
I don't know.
That's what came out.
Yeah.
Waka waka waka.
Ooh. Let us combine two very well-known and popular franchises. Let us take, I don't know, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman and combine them with Mario and Luigi.
Oh no.
Say my name.
We're the Mario Brothers, and meth is the game.
That's spot on, man. That looks just like Walter White, doesn't it?
It does. Go sick it down the drain. We're the Mario Brothers.
All right, so there's a popular singer called Ariana what? Ariana something Grande?
Grande. El Grande.
What goes with Grande? Where will you get a Grande?
El Grande El Starbucks. Jonesy A will pay a $9 for coffee A.
I bet you'd drink right on out of that, wouldn't you?
Yep. Without question.
Look at that one dude, just kind of the one with his eyes closed. I mean, what's going through his head? Is he looking down, or has he got his eyes closed? I think he's looking down.
He's pulling a Biden. He's smelling her hair. He's just being a little slicker about it than Biden is.
What was it the lyrics said? Tell that story, please do.
Oh, yeah, with the little kid.
Yeah, okay. yeah. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
We gotta find the video some of these days.
I can't find it. They've eliminated it off of YouTube. They won't let us play it anymore.
But it was just funny that Biden's given, or Jill Biden's giving away the award. But anyway, Biden's there, and this little kid, and they're giving him the award, and it's on the news or something, or I'm watching it on YouTube, something, and Biden's just walking around the stage. Doesn't look like he knows where he's going. All of a sudden, he stops and he zeroes in on that little kid. He starts walking over there. And my son is sitting there playing his Legos, and he looks up. And whoever edited this video edited it really cute with its sharp. And as Lyric's watching it, and here, I think he had to be like 7 or 8 at the time, and was like, "Oh no, Dad, he's gonna sniff the kid." And I just started laughing, and that's exactly what happened. He walked over, smelled the kid, and I'm laughing, but I'm like almost so kind of sad. Like my 7-year-old knows that the president smells children.
That's disturbing. It really is.
Yeah, like like when you were in school, Bill, and they were telling you about George Washington. Of course, they probably didn't tell you the worst things about George Washington. Because I'm sure there were some bad things about George Washington too, but. Nobody went, I think he sniffs kids.
That reminds me of a story. Now, here we're going to get a little bit off subject here, but I got to tell this. So, there was this little boy one time, and every day when he was on his way to school, he had to pass by this stinky, nasty outhouse. And he hated it. He hated seeing it. He hated smelling it. He hated everything about this shit house that was sitting here that he had to pass by daily. Now, beside the shit house ran a little stream of water. So one day, on the way to school, he had enough, and he pushed the shit house into the stream of water and watched it float away. And he went to school. That afternoon, he came home, and his dad was there waiting on him, and he said, "Son, did you push the outhouse into the stream today?" And the little boy remembered George Washington chopping down the cherry tree, how he told the truth. And he said, "I cannot tell a lie, Dad, for it was I who pushed the outhouse into the stream." And his dad got the belt strap and began wailing on him, just beating the crap out of him. And he said, "But Dad, when George Washington told the truth, his dad didn't whip him for chopping down the cherry tree." And his dad said his dad wasn't in the cherry tree when he chopped it down either, was he?
Oh, that's good. That is good.
All right, so let's move on to the next thing here. British Christmas doesn't look like a happy time to me.
Do you get pork and beans
In a box.
Spaghettios?
It does. The kid does not look happy. That does not look like a cheerful Christmas.
No.
Do they eat pork and beans at Christmas time?
He wanted the meatballs, Bill. He didn't get the meatballs in it, and that's what he wanted.
They don't put meatballs in pork and beans. They put this little piece of fat meat in it.
That's a bacon piece. Everybody fights over that piece. Poorhouses.
I don't know. Do we have any British people in here who can tell us if they eat pork and beans at Christmas time? And why did the AI even come up with
Pork and
this?
beans. Is that what that is? I thought it was SpaghettiOs.
Pork and beans, buddy.
Pork and beans.
Frying, balling. He's got his spoon in there, though. I guess he's going to get him a big old mouthful. All right, now we have a few of these where we're asked what song could this person be playing. So, what song could this guy be playing on his guitar there?
Oh, easy. It's the end of Freebird right there. That's the most badass guitar solo ever.
I'm looking at those fingers. AI still has a problem with human hands. You know that, right?
I did not. That's probably because that's what separates us between them. That's the only reason the Terminators kept some alive. They needed their hands to work the tools.
Now, I don't know if you're a Godzilla aficionado or not. Are you a fan of Godzilla? Have you seen a Godzilla?
Not really.
movie?
Like I don't got nothing against it. Like I'll watch it and it's on. And usually the older the better. I kind of like them older, cheesier looking ones. But I can't say I'm a fan as if I have a collection or I own a copy of any of the movies or whatever. But I'm not against it either. It's like G.I. Joe for me. If it's on, I don't mind, but I didn't buy it. I wasn't following it.
I have a pretty solid Godzilla movie collection. Not necessarily a lot of toys. I mean, I've got one back here, but a big one for my Shogun Warriors to fight. But have you ever wondered what the people on the ground look at when Godzilla's attacking the city? What that point of view would be?
They're looking at his little scaly bean sack up there. Nice.
Hey, Rolando, what's happening, my man?
Hoping he doesn't have to poop.
Oh, that's a lot of ass, my friend. I did not know Godzilla had such a beefy, big.
I call shenanigans.
Big
Every Godzilla
cannot lie.
Every Godzilla thing I've ever seen, he has a tail, and this doesn't have a tail. So I'm calling shenanigans on this. It's shenanigans. This is not the real Godzilla. No tail.
Maybe not.
Shenanigans.
Maybe not. Toy Mama here with us. Hey, Christina, good to see you tonight. Let's see. Okay, so we asked an AI what a traditional American family looks like. Can you guess what we're going to see now? Traditional American family. Ready?
Yeah, it's Simpsons.
Not quite.
Oh. Whoa, they look like zombies.
This is kind of scary. Another thing that AI kind of gets wrong is eyes.
This is messed up.
I'm
Haunting.
who's the mom and dad? I think the mom is like right kind of near the middle. I guess I can't decide
That's
which
definitely
one.
the mom. The one that's like right in the front that looks like she's gonna eat you.
Yeah,
That is the mom.
who's dad?
Now, which
though?
one's the dad? I think it's the one in the back with the tallest head.
Okay,
I mean, that's the dad.
so
I'm betting that.
I mean, is this the Duggar family from over in Arkansas?
That could be two. That could be Uncle Jeff, and then the dad's like the other three, and then those are like kids and kids of kids, kids of the kids of the kids. Yeah.
And, well, some of these kids look like that they may have been the product of brother and sisters too.
Oh, yeah, well, the eyes gave that away, Bill. The eyes gave, you practically smell it on this family.
But is that a typical
Welcome
traditional
into our
American
home.
family though? Is that? Yeah, I mean, I don't. I
don't know, Bill. Actually, if you think about it, is the typical American family a bunch of smiling psychopaths that look like zombies? And
I don't know. By judging by TikTok, perhaps.
Right. I don't think this is that far off, really.
Okay.
Spiritually speaking.
Yeah. All right. I'm convinced. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? All right. We're talking about zombies. How about Zombie Spider-Man?
OMG. This might be the Spider-Man we all needed and didn't know.
Would you pay money to see this movie?
It would be kind of sad, Bill. Every time he tried to spin his web through the city, his dead arm couldn't hold his weight. He just flopped like a rag doll through the city, leaving little spots of spider zombie everywhere.
Oh, OBS. OBS answering our question about beans over in England. My friend in England eats beans on toast.
Pork and beans.
No pork and beans for Jeff. Okay, all right. Don't worry, Jeff. I won't make you eat pork and beans at Christmas time. I'm not a monster. Okay. What if Nicolas Cage went to Walmart? Now, we were talking about Walmart earlier. Walmart's what got us in trouble before, but here it is again. This looks like a typical day at the Walmart I go to.
Right. Yeah, you get the Nicolas Cage with his Terminator jacket on, going through there. Little cop, like he's kind of trying to stop him, like he's got his hand out, like he's thinking about it.
No, that's like one of them rent-a-cops. They hang out at the door, but they don't stop you if you're shoplifting. They just stand there and look at you as you go out the door with your plasma TV.
Yeah, he's thinking about doing it, but he knows it'll like burst into flames and the skull come out and he'll get hit with some chain from the devil, and he can't get him.
Now I'm looking back in the back there. That there's just one lady who's a little pudgy there. We won't say the word FAT here, but she kind of looks. Happy birthday! Looks like a black Elton John. That look on her face of abject horror as she's running.
She wanted his autograph. She asked for the autograph, and he just rode off. She's like, "Hey, listen, I watched all your movies. Sign my movie."
All right. What do we got next here? What if Ohio was completely wiped off the map of the USA?
What is that?
Where Ohio used to be, the asshole of America.
Oh, that's just mean. Bill, what is actually in Ohio?
I don't know, but I don't want to go delving deep within that cave of wonders there to find out either.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Cleveland, Ohio? Is that Cleveland?
Well, now that's Columbus.
Then they come the Browns.
That's Columbus's retarded brother right there is Cleveland. Columbus, and then there's his brother.
Well, you know what the football team for Cleveland is? The Cleveland Browns. Comes out as
Jerry Lawler's favorite team. Wrestling story, guys. All right, so Jerry Jarrett and Jerry Lawler used to take turns booking the wrestling in Memphis, right? Did you know this, Jones?
I did not.
Oh, yeah. So when football season would start, Jerry Lawler would quit booking the wrestling because he had to go to the Cleveland Browns football game then Jerry would take, or they would basically take turns booking the wrestling. They'd book it half. One of them book it half the year, the other one book it the other half. But Jerry always made sure that the time that Jerry Jarrett was doing it, Jerry Lawler was going to see the Cleveland Browns, the worst football game in America. All right, guys, what's wrong with my car? I don't know. I can't tell what's wrong with my car by looking at the dashboard.
No, it's just missing a couple signals. It's got most of them.
I'm looking at the radiation symbols there. So what is this, a radioactive car? Is this the Batmobile? Maybe this is a Batmobile.
Bill, this is the car of the future. So it's obviously Doc and Marty, cruising around.
Bar. Okay. Lizzozilla. Yeah, where's Godzilla's tail? Godzilla be twerking. Who stole his tail? Okay. Happy birthday. Who couldn't stop Michael Scott from creating a hamster town in his office?
What? It looked like a room full of gummy worms.
Now, I don't know, but I can see I see hamsters running through it all over the place, and there's Michael Scott there, just like this normal. It's fine. Fine.
All music fans saying Mike is not happy about this, or Jamie. Are they from Ohio?
Probably.
Oh, that's even funnier because we just made fun of them.
We didn't mean any harm.
No, it's all good fun. Make fun of my place where I'm from too.
The guys will see this one and think, heck yeah, there we go. How about that? That's a badass airplane. I'd want to fly in that, wouldn't you?
Dragon Force.
That is one sweet airplane. I don't need to sleep for a few days. All right, good there. We're working hard there, George, for your entertainment here, in this low quality show that I put on the weekend.
High quality show. We even produce it and write it as we do it.
As we're doing it, that is correct. As we're doing it. How about a muscular Bengal tiger eating ice cream?
That is awesome. I'm speechless, Phil. This thing's cool. I love tigers. Check. I like ice cream. Check. And I read superhero comics and watch wrestling, so I must like muscles too. So like this checks all boxes.
Right.
Yes.
You should make some images on Bing. It's really improved. Better eyes, hands, and stuff. Johnny, where do you think my thumbnails are coming from now?
Just show them you're a tiger. Show them what you can do when you taste the taste of Frosted Flakes. Brings out the tiger in you.
They're great.
And you.
You ever remember the movie Free Willy?
Yes.
Do you remember the ending of that movie?
Yes.
Could it have been improved?
No.
I beg to differ, my friend.
Oh, that is better.
I knew it.
That is awesome.
How have you ever watched them pouring cement?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is how real construction workers pour cement.
Ooh. He filled his boots up too full last night, Bill. I think he was out hitting the old grandpa's cough medicine there and, just putting it in the mix. Woo!
That's projectile too. Are you seeing that?
Well, what
That's
I'm really
coming out
impressed
with
with,
a
it must
great
be,
level of force.
well, it must be coming out his nose too, because that's way bigger than the mouth hole.
Oh no.
Although I've seen some guys around here with pretty big mouth hole, myself included. So it can be done.
All right, so let's change things up just a little bit here. Let's see how nice this looks. Here's Nyan Cat. Nyan, 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 nyan. Do you remember that meme from back in the day? How about if it looked a little more?
This thing's freaking me out, dude. It looks like a freaking troll mixed with a cat mixed with a Pop-Tart.
Mm-hmm. Look up Nyan
On
Cat,
acid.
spelled Nyan, Nyan Cat, and you'll see where this came from. But yeah, I'm kind of intrigued here. Nyan, nyan,
Right.
nyan, nyan.
I feel like this would go good with Pink Floyd music.
Do you remember the movie Zoolander?
Yes.
Or the movie Shrek?
Yes.
Let's combine them.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like that one, huh?
Looks like the Hulk.
Lot going on here, folks. A lot. Are you my parents' siblings? Shoot, no. My mom is my dad's mom. We're back on that again. I don't know. The chat may be way behind over here. I don't know.
I say I can't even see that.
I want to say the 80s were a better time.
Well, yeah. They got a Mario on the TV there with freaking Nintendo. They got beers and chips, and they got a second Nintendo in the back just in case that one breaks.
Dad's got
Parents
a
are
cigarette.
smoking right in the kid's face, just like it should be.
I think little Johnny there's got a cigarette too. We just can't tell whether he got one because the smoke's coming off of him too. So.
It doesn't matter. Johnny doesn't need a cigarette. He's sitting right in between his loving parents who are giving him more.
Are you sure you're sure that's not his sister?
Oh, that'd be even better.
Alex would love that Spider-Man. Is Alex even still here? He was earlier. In the Marvel Zombies comics, he hung around on his tendons. Ew, God. Very strong. This man is very, very, very strong.
Whoa. What is that?
I don't know, but it's strong, dude.
That's a lot of arms and muscles where they shouldn't be. It's a manipede.
AIs can get kind of disturbing with their pictures, can they not? That's a little disturbing.
Yeah. This looks like, I don't even know what this looks like. Looks like a custom action figure. That's what it is.
Oh, not in my collection, dude. Mike is not
You had
happy
to work
about
hard
this.
to make that one.
Mike is not happy about this. I guess he's talking about Ohio.
Yeah, you're way behind.
Cats driving a school bus. I like that one. That's kind of cute. But they're driving a school bus while riding in a school bus.
Oh, this is a paradox trapped within an enigma, Bill.
Let's see. I guess the kid doesn't like his Tesla car that's very realistic, in my opinion.
You know, I don't know what kid doesn't like Legos.
Or fire. Or I don't know. He doesn't look happy, though. I don't like this realistic Tesla car that you bought me. It's really...
Didn't the last Christmas image the AI give you have an upset child too? Are they trying to tell us something?
There may be some kind of a coincidence going on here, or maybe it is. There does seem to be a theme here.
Yeah. Kids are unhappy at Christmas. Christmas is supposed to be a happy time.
Yeah, in computer programming, they say if something happens more than once, it's trending.
There you go.
8 billion people in attendance at a Metallica concert in the Grand Canyon.
Whoa.
I'd go. I'd be in the mosh pit.
With 8 billion people, you could forget that.
That's
I don't even like going anywhere where there's going to be 8 people.
What's the fuck with the helicopters? I guess there's just not enough room on the ground, so you hire a helicopter so you can watch the concert.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you can see it from up there. It's the fan, because they're in the middle of the Grand Canyon. It's probably hot. So then the helicopters are blowing the fans on the fans.
I got you. And it looks like they're in the water.
Not gonna
All
be
right, we got another one. All right, so guess what song he's playing? Bum 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 bum
For
bum
whatever
bum.
reason, I got more than a feeling, The Boston, probably because of the spaceship thing.
All right, so if you're hired, what's the job?
All really intently staring at that hand. What's in there?
Look at that guy in the background. What is he looking at? 'Cause I really can't tell because one eye looking in one direction.
He was just looking at his computer first, but then he saw the hand and he's like, "Oh, this is the one. I gotta look at this now."
Looks like he's looking at the computer screen with one eye and the hand with the other eye. Kind of like that
There you
guy
go.
looking at titties.
Right. Well, he's on the internet, Bill. Anything's possible.
All right, so we got a trail cam footage of Jason running away from a group of angry geese.
Jesus. It's one thing he's afraid of. Well, Jesus in his life. He was coming up here and he said, "Hey, did you hear about our church of hard Christian?" Jesus is like, "I'm out. Get out of here. You kill these people at Crystal Lake yourself, dang it. Jesus, I ain't dealing with this."
So, we've heard about cryogenics and going in the cryogenic chamber. 2,000 years young today. There's Grandma in her cryogenic chamber. Live. 1,000 years.
There you go. That way she could see her great.
I don't know. She looks like she's begging for death and they won't let her die. What is that robot? Is that a robot or a human, or is that some sort of a cyborg?
The answer is C, Bill, all of the above.
Okay, what if Taylor Swift worked at Walmart and she's there working on Black Friday?
Yeah. Dang it. I wanted a 65-inch screen. This is barely half.
A before and after picture of a middle-aged man who ate nothing but celery for 1 year straight.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know if either one of them looks healthy.
Celery diet.
How about a metal fan being dragged to church by her parent?
It's like, you know what? You can listen to Iron Maiden later. You're going to get some Jesus. Now you're going in the front row, God damn it.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah.
Damn Jesus. What's the matter with you?
You're going to get you some Jesus. God damn it. Okay, here's an actual picture from 1840 of the Guinness World Record for the biggest head.
Nice. Guinness World Record for the biggest head.
That brings us to the end of today's disturbing AI picture.
Those were very disturbing, Bill. I think the award win goes to the custom action figure man. That was probably the most disturbing, in my humble opinion, sir.
Go up there and take a look at what Joneser is talking about.
That was the most disturbing. Right, yep, right there. That. Not even a close second place.
When you make these AI pictures, you have to give it a description, what you want it to make a picture of. I'm wondering what the description was that the sick, sad individual was who decided to try to make this. Muscular man on beach. What else did they have to say to get this to come?
Right.
Very strong. Very strong
Man,
indeed.
centipede.
Very strong indeed. Okay, so
But don't arm wrestle him. That's for sure.
no, I wouldn't arm wrestle him. I wouldn't want to even see him in reality. Seeing a picture of him disturbs me greatly. Okay. Through Your Feelings says, I finally made it here. Hello in headlocks. Well, it's good to see you. Jesus and geese, yes. Great ideas for a diorama. What did I come back to? Oh, you missed a lot, Alex. Oh, prune face with detective mask on. Didn't you get my StreamYard tip? Streamlab.
Bill, you are way back on that chat.
Yeah, I got the email receipt. All right, so apparently I got tipped on the Streamlab here. Go and look, and
Oh, that's right on.
OBS on May the 4th has given me a $10 tip on the Streamlabs. Thank you so much. That happened while we were in the presentation, apparently, and I appreciate that greatly. I didn't have the Streamlab alerts set up over there, or it would have given us the alert. But thank you, OBS. Yes, I did get that Streamlab tip, and I appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much. That goes directly into my PayPal account. Thank you so much.
May the 4th be with you.
Thank you, OBS. You are my hero. Which makes me think that maybe I should go ahead and give a little thanks to our supporters real quick there, Joneser, if you don't mind.
Always.
Tila, look at all the people who have generously supported this channel.
Why, yes, He-Man, there's Radical Mom, Susudio, The Briscoe 1234, Shayjan's Hammer, Nightwing, Jennifer Poe, Jamie Sanders, Rollo, I Like Salt, and Ocean Breathes Salty.
And there is Sir Clifton, Mike Fee, Gilster 37, Boba Hicks, Blue Harvest Toys, Pope, Motu Jones Air, Geek Strong, B Man, and Mr. B.
Finally we have Radical Toys, Dipper Poe, Robert's Infinite Realms, The Melver, figuratively speaking, A World Made of Cardboard, and Gurgitron.
Thank you all so very much for your generous support of this channel.
Well, there you go, OBS. Maybe no fireworks tonight because I didn't have the overlay set up over on the presentation scene. But you got to have He-Man and T-Law shout you out. I Like Salt says, Ocean Breeze Salty, miss seeing you around everywhere. We've been missing I Like Salt because his computer has been destroyed by the Geek Squad, but I think somehow he got it back working again himself. Tell us more, I Like Salt. I want to know because you were telling me earlier that you were on the computer that the Geek Squad said was no longer usable.
That's crazy.
Yep, confusion reigns. Let's get back into a little bit of music and fun for everyone. I'm going to set up the next one to go. How about some Eternian adventures this time, folks, in our music and fun? Be right back.
Here stands Castle Grayskull on the rocky battle-torn planet Eternia. Locked within its cold walls lie all the ancient mystical secrets of ages past. I am He-Man, sworn to protect Castle Grayskull from the forces of evil by the force of my magical sword of power. I, Skeletor, shall gain control of Castle Grayskull's secrets and become king of Eternia. And now, He-Man faces his deadly enemy Skeletor in Instrument of War. Skeletor and his evil warriors have finally banded together for a final assault on Castle Grayskull. Come, warriors, we will assault Castle Grayskull, and I shall be the king of all of Eternia. Yeah! I'm ready, Master. Let's go. By your leave, Mistress Alley. Skeletor and his evil band of warriors have been spotted approaching Castle Grayskull just a few marches away. It's Alley the Piper, Master. You know what? Fuck you, Skeletor. I ain't going up there. Not with Alley the Piper there. She'll inspire them to kill us all. It'll be a bloodbath. I'm out of here. Master, I have something else I have to do. Maybe next time. Come, Beastman. We'll show these cowards. Beastman. Ah! Curse you, Alley the Piper!
It's time for a history lesson. After the Jacobite uprising known as the Battle of Culloden in the year 1746, there were a series of bans and changes implemented by the English to the Scottish Highlanders. It became illegal to wear tartan and other Highland dress, and the Great Highland Bagpipe was classified as an instrument of war and was also banned. It is said that somebody was even executed for brandishing a Highland bagpipe after Culloden. If you were seen wearing a kilt or tartan, you could be put in prison for up to 6 months after just your first offense. The Highland pipes were classified that way until 1996.
Us back. Hope you guys enjoyed that little trip to Eternia, and I hope you got the directions to get to that shirt barn, because he's got those shirts on discount over there. What you got going on over there, Jonesy?
Oh, same old, same old. Just sitting back, listening to some music and some fun.
Absolutely. And I am trying to mix it up just a little bit and add a little bits and pieces that I'm picking up off the internet here and there. And when you watch this show live, you get to see everything as it's intended to be seen. When you watch the replay, yeah, I do go back and trim some of that stuff out to get those content IDs out. Hopefully one day we'll get to 1,000 subscribers. We're on the way. YouTube giveth, YouTube taketh away. It seems like every time I get to, I lose to. Get to, I lose to. And I think YouTube is doing that just to mess with me and to see if I've got the wherewithal to stay with it. And by God, I do, Joneser. I'm staying with it. Right here.
On Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures.
And late night tonight. That's correct. And I will be here tomorrow, Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but hey, I'll tell you what I do have. I went by the Dollar General and I picked up a whole fucking box of these bitches.
What is that?
These are mini brands, blind balls, and each one of these blind balls has got 5 different small mini brands in there, like box of Fruit Loops, maybe some tea or something like that. Pop Tarts. I'm hoping to get Pop Tarts. Haven't gotten Pop Tarts. So we'll see what comes out of the mini balls tomorrow, and maybe even check out some more stuff that I have just hanging around here. Because I'm telling you, Jones, I'm kind of pissed. I don't know. I can't really be pissed at McFarlane because it's not really his fault. It's the factory's fault. But I wanted the special Brainiac ship, the one from Panic in the Sky that came with the Panic in the Sky Brainiac figure. So I had to buy the big bundle. So everybody's got their freaking bug ships and everybody's got their freaking Blue Beetles, and old Bill's sitting over here waiting on his shit to arrive. Yeah, I'm wanting. Yeah, I got a lot of balls there, OBS. You're right. Absolutely. You know something that I meant to talk about last night, but we didn't get a chance to talk about?
The He-Man movie.
You're absolutely right. So, I'm sure every one of you guys have seen this. It's not like it's breaking news or anything, but I saw that, yes, there's Kilowog. One of my favorites, my favorite Green Lantern is the F Sharp Bell. You know, have you heard of the F Sharp Bell?
I don't know if I have. That's not the squirrel or the freaking fish-looking man, or not Tomare.
And I forget what his name is, Lop something. But okay, when Scott Nutlick was in charge of Mattel and they were doing the Green Lantern figures from the Green Lantern movie, he actually got this figure produced. And I didn't buy it, and now I wish I did. This was a wonderful story from Green Lantern Corps, and I'm going to tell it now before we get into the He-Man movie. So Kat Matui was given the task of going into the deepest, darkest region of space where there was no light anywhere. It was so dark that all the creatures that lived there didn't even have eyes. There was no need for them because it was total darkness. But that region of space needed a Green Lantern, like all regions of space need their police officer. So she was given the task of going out there and finding the right candidate to be a Green Lantern in the dark region of space. She found the candidate, and she was explaining to him about the green light, and he's like, I don't understand the term that you're talking about. It doesn't make any sense to me. What light? What is that? And she realized that he couldn't see, but he could hear. So she fashioned the ring into an F-sharp bell he held in his hand. He became F-sharp Bell, not a Green Lantern, but he wore a Green Lantern costume with a bell on the front instead of a lantern. You never heard that story?
No, I don't think I have.
That Green Lantern Corps, I forget what issue it's in, but that's probably my favorite story of all the Green Lantern Corps stories that there were. Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. Backups. I think it was a backup story in Green Lantern, but it was a tale of the F-sharp Bell.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't read a lot of Green Lantern. I have a lot of it, and I guess I'm kind of tainted because as a guy who sells comics, sometimes one of the hardest things to sell Green Lanterns and Green Arrows, and they have a niche, or like Archies. They have a niche audience. The people that like them.
And
Love
over here in the chat, Jones or Alex says, "I know this story. Alan Moore wrote it. Can you tell? Can you tell?"
Right.
Yeah, that's an Alan Moore story. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Mike Peace got one for you, Jones. He's got Batman boxed up, ready to go. I never have PM'd you because I know you're a busy man. I think he's one.
Yeah, I'll get with you, Mike. I'll PM you on Instagram.
He was talking about that earlier in his live stream. So yeah, he's got you cooked up there, buddy. So we're talking about the He-Man movie. So I read the synopsis and I was so totally and utterly confused by this monstrosity of a synopsis that they released on the internet. So please help me, Joneser, to navigate this. So a 10-year-old Adam's spaceship crashes on Earth. Now, why he's in a spaceship, why he's sent, we don't know. But all we know is 10-year-old Adam from Eternia crash lands his spaceship on Earth, and now he's separated from his power sword. So apparently, when he got in the spaceship, he had a power sword, and he subscribed. Oh, I like Salt to subscribe to you, Joneser. Smile, Joneser. You're winning us over on your show too. We need a comic book, and I know where to go. Oh, somebody's giving us some love over there. Thank you. Okay, so
Appreciate you.
He had his power sword in his possession, so he knew what a power sword was apparently when he got on the spaceship, right? Okay,
right.
So
just give 10-year-olds a sword before you put them in a spaceship. That's standard.
But when he crashes lands, I guess the sword falls out of the spaceship when it's falling through the. I don't know, but he's separated from his sword. So let's fast forward 30 years later. 20 years later, 30-year-old He-Man finally finds the power sword and somehow is transported back to Eternia to fight Skeletor. But now he has to figure out how to use it. I'm confused. I don't understand.
It screams like, what are you talking about? Like a He-Man movie on Earth again? Really? That's the move we're gonna do?
What is the definition of insanity again? I forgot.
You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
We know what the result was of a He-Man on Earth before. Let's do it again and let's double down on it.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to save money in production because, I mean, they can't really get the spaceship with the cameras to Eternia. I get it, but I mean, it's they managed to go to, Asgard and Thor. I think we can spring for some Eternia bucks. Geez.
I got news for you, buddy. I'm no prophet or anything, but I'm going to prophesy now that you won't get to see He-Man until the last 10, maybe 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be the hero's journey, the young guy fighting from underneath to get the sword and become worthy of the power of He-Man. Or maybe that was a different movie. But I don't know.
If there's any hope in any of this, people, nothing has been shot yet. There's no film in the can. The script is still being developed.
Right, or switch directors. Or studios.
What we've been told may be something totally different than what comes out of this, if it ever does. How many different studios has this fallen through so far, Jones? Or help me out.
I've lost count. Though, like the most recently is Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix said we don't want it, and so Amazon's picked it up. We know what Amazon's capable of.
Be honest with you, Netflix has kind of bled it dry. It's like 3 different cartoons or whatever in the last couple
one
of years.
Of which I enjoyed. I did like the little He-Man cartoon with the kids in it.
Yeah,
that actually had the same spirit. I didn't watch
a lot of that one. I didn't hate it, but I didn't watch a lot of that one. That one wasn't my favorite.
It had the same. Look, the total storyline was totally different. I admit it, but the spirit was there. The spirit wasn't in the others. Dick Tracy has possibilities for a new beginning and ending. Mumble says, blah, 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 blah. Jones, or you were talking to me about that the other day, and I don't know if we got a chance to talk about it last night or not. Tell them about the episode 2, and don't give away any spoilers, but give us an idea of where we're at on that.
Well, we are in the scripting process, so we've got a full script written out, and I know what scenes I have to paint and or construct and or make out of cardboard or paper and such. And then we can begin filming the voices and doing the toy photography and slapping this bad daddy together.
Once again, here I come with my prophecy. I prophesied that Dick Tracy episode 2 will come out long before the He-Man movie.
Yes, because it won't switch writers or producers or studios, or it's going to be the same guy working on it.
The committee will not send the script back for rewrites.
No. Well, I don't know. Lyric is pretty tough on me. I don't know if you guys know my little 10-year-old. He helps me, and he did a lot of the backgrounds on the other one, and came up with some of the ideas for Flat Top laying in his own blood.
Sounds good to me. So we've got some possibilities for some upcoming movies. We were talking about that last night. So the MCU is kind of playing out, but there is one little spot of hope, and that would be the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yeah, that one looks good. I'm looking forward to that. I don't understand what Disney, Marvel, MCU, if you will, is on. I mean, you hear they're doing the X-Men, but they're going to focus on the female characters. But we're going to get Darth Phoenix for the 3rd time. Please, God, no. Or they're going to do the Silver Surfer as a female this time.
Well, now let me play devil's advocate for a minute, Joneser. Wasn't there a female Silver Surfer in the comic book, whatever her name was?
All right, come on. Probably. Just like there was a Batgirl, Spider-Girl, Supergirl, Wolverine Girl, Iron Girl.
I've heard that the Fantastic Four movie will be set in a different universe from the regular Marvel universe, because now Doctor Strange has opened up the possibilities of there being a multiverse now in the Marvel universe.
We can do whatever we want without consequences.
Nothing matters. And now we also understand this will be a period piece set in the 60s.
Oh, that would be actually a good idea. To me, the Fantastic Four, the further you remove them from the 60s, the more they don't make sense.
Good night, Jeff. You're going to miss Angie, baby. Might want to stay up. But yeah, there we go. So maybe there's some hope in this. Maybe we can stomach what they're doing to see what maybe. Now I understand that a lot of people are upset that they're going to kind of focus more on Invisible Girl than on Mr. Fantastic, and they're going to make him out to be kind of a little bit aloof and not.
Well, wasn't he in the comics?
He was kind of right.
Yeah, he was kind of aloof in the comics.
Then they spent a couple of decades with him not paying enough attention to her, and her putting on costumes that showed off her breastises to try to get his attention, and still didn't get it.
No. I even think she stepped out on him somewhere in the 70s with Submariner.
Yeah. The problem with the Submariner that was in that fucked up movie that they did, I don't think that Submariner anybody would step up with.
Probably not.
Namor. Not Namor.
Namor.
Namor. Namor. I gotta roll my Namor.
I love it. I always called him Namor.
Namor is what I always call him too, but apparently we've been pronouncing it wrong. It's just Namor. Namor. Roll your like Alberto del Rio.
Right.
Alberto Del Rio.
You know, that was probably the last time I was really watching modern wrestling really closely. It's probably
Yeah,
around
me
like
too.
2013, 2010. I was watching it.
But I kind of like Zeb Coulter and the Real American. We, the people. And you know, Dutch Mantel's always been a bad guy. He's been the heel wrestler, but I liked Dutch back in the day, especially in Memphis. That bullwhip.
Oh, he knew how to rile up a crowd, get some heat.
You remember what the bullwhip's name was? The bullwhip had a name.
I don't.
Shoe Baby. The bullwhip's name was Shoe Baby. Yes, yes, yes. Well, we're reaching time for the last set of music and fun. Are you ready for that, Jones?
I was born ready, Bill.
Born ready. I hear you. All right, let me set that up for us. Our final little set of music fun is going to be the Eclectic Tales and Rhythms. It's going to feature all the little favorites that you guys have been wanting for quite some time. Plus, I put a little extra in there for you guys. So here we go. Eclectic.
Nice.
Develops my soul. I'm drowning in a sea of black. My heart has been raped. There's sadness all around me and happiness dies.
Cha, happiness dies.
Cha. Hey guys, what are you up to today? Breathing deeply the darkness that envelops my soul.
You guys are so weird. I'm off to work. See you later. Bye.
Have fun in your rat race life, living from paycheck to paycheck with your corporate games.
Oh, she doesn't have any shoes on. I don't think she can find some shoes to get them big old olive oil feet of hers.
I think she's hot.
Yeah, well, we've reached the end.
The girl.
Reached the end of another show, and the Ducks are playing, and time to go home. But I want to give a big shout out to I Like Salt. 2 $5 super chats for a total of $10. It's going to get me paid this month. I Like Salt, so YouTube is going to cut me a check because of you, sir. Thank you, sir. I Like Salt.
Yeah.
The hero of tonight. I will be on tomorrow at noon if everything goes correctly. Hopefully, I'll get up in time to get a show produced. You know, I'm highly unprofessional over here. But we will have something to do, mainly mini brands probably, because I don't have anything because Barlin's still holding on to my shit because the one little piece is there. Thank you, Mike. Yes, it's time to say good journey, Jones. Or is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Good night, Ned.
Good night, Ned. Well, it's time to roll those credits. Good journey, everyone. We'll see you next time on Weird, Fantastic Toy Adventure. Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.